name's Chuck Potter, and I want to thank Dallas and Square Liver Action for coming out here tonight and showing their support to our community. I have a few issues with what he has just said. Fort Worth is not, by any means, trying to say we don't want Dallas and Queer Liver Action or any other part of the gay and lesbian community to come out and show support in any means they want to. Our rally that Fort Worth is planning is for the 25th, Saturday, July 25th, and we are planning this rally in response to the reaction that we're going to get on the 14th when we show up at the council meeting, city council meeting, to hear and talk about the issues that have happened to our community at that council meeting. The purpose is clear that we're all mad. We all have a voice to say, we all have something to say. We should all be able to say it. Nobody's putting down nobody else. I think we should show up to every rally, whoever's putting it on. All the time. And any Fort Worth has to own its own as well, and that's what we intend to do. But let me talk about the night that this happened. I was at a bar, a new bar, just opened up a week. One of the best bars we've had in Dallas Fort Worth in a long time. Enjoying myself dancing when the police came in. I wasn't worried. I don't drink. I wasn't doing anything wrong. I was on the dance floor. But they started going down into that. Looked down my drink because they were just arresting people because they were intoxicated. Again, I didn't worry. I didn't get worried until I saw 8 or 9 cops come rushing into the bar and run towards the bathroom. And I went to go see what was going on. And I saw they had a young man. His name is Chad Gibson. Pinned up against the wall, pulling his neck back, forcefully trying to handcuff him and do whatever they felt necessary to retain him and submit him to their will. I was so mad, I didn't know what to do. The only reaction I thought to do was get out a camera and take a picture of what's going on. When they took released that young man from a neck hold, and he stumbled, they took him to the ground. I saw it with my own eyes, and I was sore. I was mad. While they were on top of him, I flashed a picture. Coming out of the bar, I took another picture because they had a paddy wagon sitting outside a gay bar because they knew they were going to arrest people. What's up with that? I was mad. The only thing I knew was to take pictures. And then I got on my cell phone and text every single person I knew. It took me 2.5, 3 hours to text everybody that night. I got a lot of complaints for texting at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. But I was mad, and I wanted something done, and I stood up. And reaching out, and people getting back in touch with me in the morning as they woke up and saw the text and were outraged themselves and wanted to know what was going on, I began to see there was going to be support. And I rushed to see if we could get out there, and not just have a walk in Dallas supporting the 40th anniversary of Stonewall, but actually have our own Stonewall right here in Fort Worth. The time has come that we all pull together. I thank Dallas, all the organizations in Dallas and national and statewide that have reached out to Fort Worth. And we all have got to come together and be a unified front. If we're not a unified front, we're just a bunch of nobodies in one corner saying nothing. We have to be unified. I've talked to Chad a couple of times. I've seen him in the hospital a couple of times. I understand he's out today. That's a great thing. But let me tell you what, this young man's fight is not over. He's in a lot of pain. They tried to release him a couple of days ago, but he was in so much pain, he called me. What can I do? What do I need to do? I'm not ready to go. They're going to send me home with not enough pain medication. I'm in pain. So I told him what to do. I can't say enough how much pain this man is in. He is overwhelmed. has gotten a lot of cleaning up the brain and really bad. If it was just that one incident, I could say, okay, something went wrong. Maybe he was doing something wrong, but he wasn't the only one hurt that night. There were several people hurt that night. They were manhandling everybody they got a hold of. And we have to stop that. I want to be safe in my community, and I have a right, along with everybody else in the city of Fort Worth, to feel safe where I am. And I will stand up and fight. If I have to stand up and fight alone, I feel safe in my community again. Today marks another day. Another day in time when we're standing up to fight something that we should have given to us naturally. I don't care if you believe in what I am, if you agree with being gay and not being gay, but one thing you can agree on is that safety is the right of everybody. This isn't a gay and lesbian civil rights issue. I want us all to pull together, and I want us to reach out. And you know people that are sympathetic to our cause that are not a part of our community, let them know we need their support as well. Because it's not, like I said, just our issue. It's the whole community of Fort Worth issue. We are a progressive city. We have laws in place that other big cities, including Dallas, don't have. But we're still doing the same old fight. And if we've got to stop it, we've got to do something about it. If we can't divide ourselves, we got to keep marching every week, do something, keep it going, don't give up until the end result is what we want. Thank you for coming out tonight. And I'll give it back to Blake.
Steve Sprinkle from Bright Divinity School at Texas Christian University, where I've been teaching for 15 years. An out gay man, proud and happy to be a gay man in Fort Worth, Texas. I was in New York City on Christopher Street this past Sunday afternoon when I received a phone call from a dear friend and graduate of Bright Divinity School telling me that there had been a raid on the Rainbow Lounge here back in my home, Fort Worth, Texas. I had gone to New York City to celebrate the 40th anniversary of the Stonewall Rebellion, to be there with 1 million of my sisters and brothers and your sisters and brothers at the place where Pride began. It was a strain on my ability to believe that there had been such an atrocity and an outrage carried out in my city, in my cowtown, in 2009. Somebody here has a sign that says, homophobia is so 1969. But what I want to say is, it is as contemporary as this moment. Homophobia is alive and well in city government in Fort Worth, Texas. Heterosexism is alive and well in the churches and institutions that we have given our lives to, along with the rest of the citizens of this great city. We cannot avoid any longer what we have to do, because just as Chuck suggested, and Blake before him, those who struck out at the Rainbow Lounge and at the patrons who were busy simply enjoying their lives and expressing themselves according to the way that they had been created by God were not the only ones who were transgressed against on that day. Every gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgender person was transgressed against on that day. That means you and me. It isn't just somebody else. It isn't just somewhere else. For the past 2.5 years, I've been engaged in research on lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender hate crime murder. I'm working on a book, the story of 25 LGBT persons who have been murdered in this country simply because of who they were. And I'm here to tell you some of the findings that I've already made. First, we are being threatened everywhere. There is no such social demographic, no major metropolitan area, no region of the country, no race or ethnicity that is not subject to the fear and to the terror that goes along with homophobia, heterosexism, and inequality. And first and foremost, it is the responsibility of all lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender people and our allies everywhere to stand up and say no more.
Yes, yes! No more!
We're not going to take it lying down. We're not going to roll over and let anybody tell us how to lead our lives. We have as much right before God to be who we were created to be as anybody did.
Yeah!
And because of that, we have got to stand up for ourselves. If you won't stand up for yourself, then you'll lay down for anything. But you've got to stand up for yourself. Because unless we stop it here, then it will begin to spread further and further in this metroplex. Now, sisters and brothers, I came here with one simple message, and that is that as a united community, gay and straight, black and white, Latino and Asian, able-bodied and disabled, all of us together have a responsibility to stand against this injustice. I get my message from the Judeo-Christian heritage that gave me strength. But every single religious system that I know anything about and that I have taught about for 15 years at TCU teaches that we should be able to live full and free as who we were created to be.
Yeah!
I don't know about you, but I have something that I have to do in this crisis in Fort Worth, Texas. I have to show up, and I have to be counted. What about you?
Yeah!
I have to let my voice be heard, and I have to show up and let my presence be seen so that inequality will not be able to stand. What about you?
Yeah!
I've got a responsibility toward every human being to be able to stand side by side with them in faith and in love. I don't know about you, but I do. What about you?
Yeah!
I don't know about you, but I'm going to be present at the Tarrant County Courthouse on the 12th. What about you?
Yeah!
I want you to know how deeply I appreciate the courage of the people at the Rainbow Lounge. I want you to know how much I